Greetings everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time, and today is the return of Octopath Traveler 2. We're going to be hearing two songs. We have the Winterlands Day and the Winterlands Night, requested by A Leaf on the Wind, a big fan of Octopath Traveler. These are both from the channel Octopus Ravioli, and yeah, quick little backstory before I get into this one. I'm currently working on VGM Vibe 6, a sub-series where I talk about video game music in depth. I'm not reacting to them, and they're all specific themes, and I'm currently working on a snow, ice, and cold themed episode, and my patrons voted, and this one got up there. So also, I also decided that I'm going to be playing this game. Don't have a specific timetable at the moment. All I can say is either late 2024 or early 2025. Something around there, maybe sooner if things free up. And I pretty much have decided I'm gonna be playing the first one first and then the second. After many considerations of people telling me which ones to play first, that's just kind of what I decided on. Anyways, so we'll talk more about that later, but I just want to kind of hear these songs. I actually really like the soundtrack of Octopath. It's pretty cool. Should be Yasunori Nishiki if I'm correct. So, I am now aware, for sure, that this game has a day and night cycle, so that's cool. Currently playing a game that has the same thing. So here we go. This is it says Winterlands Eastern Cape Cold Snows Danger Level 5. Interesting. This is the Winterlands Day. I'm going to vaguely look at this because I don't want to get spoiled too much since I am going to be playing this. But that does look beautiful already. I love the way this game looks. I'm focusing on the music right now. Either way, by the time I play it, I'm not going to remember like a lot of this. Is it just a looped video? Ooh. Solemn violin. Okay, guess it's a looped video. Actually, that's kind of good for me because I get to see a lot less. Two pianos. Wow, this is the day version? The nighttime was gonna sound way like... I don't even know. Damn. I honestly can't wait to play this game. It's a square, right? Pretty sure it is. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That was a cool little tail end to the melody. Again? Oh, okay. Yep, Square Enix. And a choir. You know, since it's just the same video over and over, I don't really mind, like, just... I mean, hey, it works. This is the theme of the episode, right? Looks like a forest wilderness. It's emotional. Well, I just noticed something. when the character moves to the like that to the side, the sideways animation, it reminds me of a game called Braid. Another kind of maybe that's why I'm so interested in Octopath. The art style of that one's kind of similar. Have we come full circle? Yeah, this definitely has that snow vibe to it. Just the synths and everything, the openness of it. It's very close. It resembles one of my... I'm not going to spoil it, but it resembles one of my favorite snow songs. So I'm guessing the next video is going to look also the same. I don't want to talk too much because the next song is the same. I just wanted to make a quick prediction. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to play this. Just as a side note, this one's going to be kind of a tricky video because for that series of VGM vibes, I'd have to kind of know what's going on, but I also don't want to be spoiled, so I don't know how I'm going to tackle this one. I guess my only request is you can like vaguely tell me what's going on here if you want, but just put like spoiler at the top of the... I don't know, I don't know, because I have to be able to talk about it. Anyways, I know nothing about Octopath Traveler, so I kind of like to keep it that way. Okay, I am predicting, dude, honestly, that first one sounded like it would be like a nighttime theme. So if it's nighttime now, I would say either a strong emphasis on only one, so either violin or just piano. And maybe a little bit like more chimes added or something. Oh, or vocals. I can see vocals. Okay, this is the Winterlands Night. You could thank Xenoblade for that. I'm just a fan of like day and night cycles. This game is gorgeous to look at and listen to. Oh, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that at all. That's in-game mechanics. Just listen to the song. Cheers. With my new mug. I gotta remake this so I can have the graphic like right here. Higher octave violin. Makes it sound like it's crying. I'm not reading any of that. This time I'm not paying that much attention because there's stuff going on here. This reminds me of a certain song from Nier Automata. The Bunker. What's that song called? I don't remember, but it's the Bunker song. I have 2 minutes, I could look this up. That sounds beautiful. I don't know if I've heard this vocalist before in Octopath. Let me know if I have. I don't think I have. This specific vocalist. Is it Fortress of Lies? I think it might be Fortress of Lies. Anyways. It has like everything I like. Piano, violins. Although it does sound a little less cold than the first one. I just know it is because it's associated with it. But I wouldn't have guessed that it's cold on this one. If I were to hear this blind, it would sound more like a story or cutscene. It's fading out. Find a good screenshot. Oh, don't want to see that either. Okay, cool. I think it's the same character we saw last time, right? Yep. Yeah, dude, like I want to comment so much about how this game looks or anything, but that's not the focus here. But it is a big reason as to why I'm playing it too. Not that graphics matter, but I think it just has like such a unique look to me. And when I mentioned that braid thing, it kind of felt like a little epiphany, like, oh, maybe that's why. Maybe it reminds me of it. Every time I talk about braid, no one really seems to know what I'm talking about. It was like this PS3 game that I guess went like under the radar, and it was a pretty cool, interesting like side-scroller platformer puzzle game. But you could manipulate and rewind time. But it had a similar aesthetic. I don't know, I haven't seen Octopath like, you know, in front of me on a game screen or something. I've only seen like little footage like this, but it looks kind of similar. But that that running animation looks very identical. Anyway, so well, I was able to guess the vocal part, and I'll tell you why that I even said that is because, well, there had to be some differences, right? And the biggest inspiration to that thought was the current game I'm playing, and that's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. At the moment that I'm playing that game is very much night and day cycle. Although in this game I'm not sure. I don't need to know, so don't tell me. But I'm not sure if you can manipulate time like you can in Xenoblade, like you can change the time manually, or if it just automatically goes through a day on its own. Which I would assume if it does go on its own, then it's probably a set like in-game day, which is, I don't know, a couple minutes, something like that. But the reason that thought came into my head is because there's this place. I wouldn't consider this spoilers, but if you've never played Xenoblade 2, maybe you don't want to know the name of a location, then I would stop listening now. But I'm only going to talk about the location in the song, that's it. I don't want to get into details, really. Well, yeah, no, I don't want to get into details, but there's a place called Tantal. And let's just say during one of the sections at night, you get, well, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it. But let's just say there's sections in this game, and both 1 and 2, where it's like vocals either in day or night, and vice versa. So it's kind of it just gave me the idea like right before I started. I was really just expecting, maybe I didn't mention it, but maybe they would add like a percussion to it, like a light percussion, or just focus on like the piano side only or the violin side only. But it was more of a. It felt like more of a traditional song on top of the first one. The first one definitely gave me the feeling of, you know, that vibe, the cold, snow, and all that, winter, all that. Second one, it's hard to say because I know, you know what I mean? It's a little different. I knew what it was going to be going into it, so it kind of eliminates that guesswork in my head. But I'm still kind of leaning towards it. I'm not saying it doesn't fit, but I'm just kind of thinking it from another perspective, which doesn't exist, but I can kind of sort of make it exist in my head. If I were to hear this blind, would I think it sounds cold or not? And I would probably say no. It sounds more emotional. It sounds like a cutscene to me or something. It doesn't really necessarily say or feel cold to me like the first one does, like quite a bit. It's a little bit. It's weird how it was different for me. Yeah, I know it exists. So music is strange like that sometimes. Though of course, if you're seeing this and you play the game, you're like, of course it exists. You know, it's hard to explain, but you know, from the thing about doing reactions to video game music, it's just I try to approach it in many ways. I do it as, you know, as like a genuine reaction, but I also try to see it through different perspectives, as if I was doing this or doing that, or if I didn't know this and didn't know that, or, you know, just try to get as many ideas as I can. And a lot of what I would normally say gets kind of bundled and changed up if I know what's happening. And typically, I only have either a static thumbnail or a song title, and that's kind of it. But this time, you know, I'm 99% sure, 99.9% sure this is like, you know, I pretty much know what it is. So it's either, do I want to go this route and just pretend like I know what I'm talking about, or still retain that, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I do, and just kind of go with that and still make my own little guesses. It's complicated. I know it's weird. You wouldn't think some listening to video game music does this, but I think a lot. I overthink, and that's kind of what this whole channel is me just getting different ideas from songs. At the same time, don't forget, at the same time, I'm going to be playing this game because I'm curious about it. So I'm also trying not to guess like too much. This is it's complicated. But it's great. The music is great. It's fantastic. I don't think I'm going to, I don't know, the way it seems right now, I feel like I'm just going to have a great time with the series. Some people have told me to start with 2 and then go back, or don't play 1 at all. I'm not really here to like talk about that or get your opinion on it. I've already decided. It's just, it just looks like a great, fun, cool game. That's it. There's really else nothing to say about it. But either way, these will both make it into the Vibe series, where I will attempt to talk about it in depth, even though, you know, I'm going to try to... It's going to be weird. This is going to be a weird video and weird thing, but I want to know, but I don't want to know. Great song, great vibe, great... The whole thing just looks and sounds amazing. Probably plays great too. But I do definitely feel the... Yeah, like this wintered forest is awesome. Although I'm not sure how the river isn't frozen, but hey, whatever, we gotta travel somehow. Thank you to A Leaf on the Wind. Thank you to the people that voted for the song, and I will see you in VGM Vibe 6 later on in September. Thank you to all my patrons here. I cannot be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. See you then.